Hey guys, welcome to my first video. Today we will be reviewing a bunch of cases for the Z Fold 7. Every time I get a new phone, I go crazy and buy a bunch of cases. I love Android and I've been using Android phones ever since I stopped using iPhones after the iPhone 5. But I'm not going to get into the Apple versus Android debate because that can be its own video. For anyone who has used foldable phones, you know how difficult it is to find a good case. Well, the Z Fold 7 is no exception. I got this phone over a month ago, and over that period, I have tried a bunch of cases, I believe close to 20, as you can see in front of you. So today I'll review most of them, and at the end, I'll show you what I ended up with. The first case I'll be reviewing today is the Pitaka case. It is a back-only case. So let's get it out of the box. Looks pretty slick. It comes with a tape here. I'm not going to use this because I have to try a bunch of cases. It has MagSafe as well. So let's put it on the phone. Pretty easy to put on. It snaps perfectly. I honestly don't think you need the tape. As you can see, it is super thin, looks solid. And I have had my doubts about using a back-only case because, of course, provides no protection to the front screen. And if you are like me, who has OCD, I don't like the fact that the two sides are not symmetric. Obviously, the case being thin doesn't really make it that prominent, but when you close the phone, when you fold the phone, I can see the back side extending a little more than the front. But like I said, if that doesn't trouble you, I highly recommend this case. Offers great grip. Cutouts are aligned perfectly, both on top and bottom. MagSafe is solid. Boom. Doesn't fall off, and it honestly looks pretty good too. So if you're okay with the back only case, I highly recommend this Pitaka case. The next one that we will review is the Taurus. I ordered this after getting the Pitaka because it offers full protection, front, back, and hinge. It also comes with 2 screen protectors. Let's open it up. Beautiful box, nicely packed. Here is the front piece. Here is the back piece. The Z Fold 7 is so thin and beautiful that I really didn't feel like hiding its beauty. But coming from the Fold 3, I wanted protection as well. Like I said, comes with 2 screen protectors as well. I'm not going to try those because I already have the Samsung anti-reflective screen protector on my Fold 7. So let's move this aside. Let's try this on. One of my main problems with the Pitaka case was the fact that it had no front protection. However, as soon as I put the front screen, front part of the case on my Fold 7, I didn't like how narrow the front screen looked. So as you can see, when I snap this on, it looks like it's caged and looks pretty fragile as well. But anyways, so as soon as I put this on, I didn't like how narrow the front screen looked. Honestly, it reminded me of my Fold 3. The fact that the Fold 7's front screen is as wide as any other brick phone, I didn't want it to feel narrow. I didn't want it to look like my Fold 3. Anyways, let's take a look at the back case. Honestly, I didn't even try the back case because when I look at the hinge protector, I look at these pieces here, I feel they will scratch the hinge pretty bad. So when I got the case, I didn't even try the back case, but I will today, just for the sake of this video. Hopefully it won't scratch my hinge. So let's put this on, pray for the best. Honestly, great protection, but the phone looks massive. And yeah, I mean, it has great features, great protection, obviously, front, back, hinge, Comes with a stand as well, but just not for me. If you want full protection, I guess the case is good. For me, like I said, just didn't work out because of my doubts regarding the hinge getting scratched and the front screen looking narrow. The next are the Nilkin cases. There are two of them. One has MagSafe, as you can see here, says magnetic. The other one doesn't. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to try the MagSafe one. They both look exactly the same. They both fit exactly the same. So let's open this up. Again, comes beautifully packed. Has front screen portion as well as the back, of course. Let's see, let's get this one out. Also offers hinge protection, is MagSafe compatible as well. Believe it comes with screen protectors. Let's take a look. Let's open it up. Yep, believe there are one screen protector and a couple of sticky tapes for the front piece. So I'm not going to open this. So let's move this aside. Okay, let's try to put this on. The thing I like about this one over the Taurus is the fact that the front piece is actually pretty thin, so it doesn't make the front screen look that narrow. Back piece is awesome as well. I actually used this case for a few days. Offers great grip here. The hinge is smooth, which provides a nice contrast when you keep your fingers here versus on the back plate. And then, yeah, I mean, good hinge protection, good narrow front piece as well. Couple of things I didn't like is, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a gap here between the hinge protector and the front part of the case. The cutouts align almost perfectly, but not quite. And then same thing here, as you can see. So nothing significant. I wouldn't not use the case because of that. Looks pretty neat, is decently thin. So if you want full protection, I would definitely recommend this more than the Taurus. But the other one last thing that I didn't like is, as you can see here, there's actually a slight gap between the two pieces. So again, nothing major, just pointing out a few things. Oh, and using the phone, using your thumb to unfold the phone becomes significantly easier because of this slot here. So you can easily just keep your thumb here. Boom. Awesome. So yeah, overall, I would say a decent case. Yes, has MagSafe as well. Rock solid. So if you want MagSafe, if you want full protection, I would recommend this case over Taurus. Just note that there is a slight gap here. And I don't know if this gap will become bigger with time. This is a pretty new case. I've used it for a few days, but the gap is I would say decently big. It hasn't grown. It's been like this since day one. But if you're okay with it, I would say great case. Looks neat, looks thin. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. The next couple of cases are off of Amazon. They're not one of the big brands. I believe this is called Eastcoo, if that's the right way to pronounce it. These two are exactly the same. The colors are different. I wasn't sure if the black would look nice or gray on my blue ZFold 7. So I ordered both. I'll show you both just in case. That was one of the things I realized pretty soon, that ordering a blue ZFold 7, it looks really cool, but getting a good case to match with it can be a little tricky. But that depends on whether you're looking for full protection or just back. Because if you are keeping the hinge exposed, the blue really looks cool. Another difference in this one is the front piece has a screen protector built in. I am not a fan of these screen protectors because dust accumulates between the screen and the case, and over time they look horrible. That being said, let's put this on. Talking about texture first, this is a really good texture. It's difficult to show it on camera, but if when you order it and you feel it, it's amazing. It gives great grip, feels really nice in the hands. So I really like this case when it came, especially for the grip. I loved holding my phone with that case on. Just the front part, the screen protector was not fun. I'm not going to remove the protective film because I want to, let me see, how does it go on? Probably goes on like this. Yep. So, doesn't look nice. Goes back to my point about the front screen feeling narrow, significantly narrower than what it actually is. But again, if protection is important, obviously there is no hinge protection here. But if front and back protection is important, then this is a good case with some really good grip. There is gap between the two sides of the fold. This bothers me a lot, may not bother you. So if it doesn't, and if you want front and back protection and you don't care about hinge protection, you want some great grip on your phone, I would highly recommend it. And it's actually pretty cheap as well. I'll drop in the links to all these cases in the description below. So if you want to order any of them, I'm going to show how my phone looks when I open. Looks pretty decent, uniform on all sides, which I really like. And then same thing, obviously the other one is just the same case, gray in color, but I'll put it on if you are debating between the colors and if you have the blue Z Fold 7. So here, I think the black looks better, but here, let's put this one on as well. There you go. Doesn't look bad, but I think the black looks better with this. So, do I recommend this case? Yes, if you want good texture for grip and if you want front and back protection. I don't like the built-in screen protector. I don't like the big edges of the front part of the case. But other than that, solid case for the price that it comes at. Next is another set of cases from the same brand, X Level Super Lab off of Amazon. We'll review both of them. Let's start with this one. I actually like this one a lot if you want a thin minimalistic case. It has front and back cases. Here, front part is super thin, which is nice in a way because it doesn't make the front screen look narrow. So I'm going to put this on. It's super flimsy though. I don't know how long it'll last. But like I said, it makes it look like there is no case on, which is awesome. The front screen still looks as wide as it does without the case. And then the back has this sticky tape, but you don't actually need it. If you put it on, snaps on pretty nicely. So looks super neat. There's no MagSafe. It's pretty clean. It's pretty thin. Doesn't change the shape of the phone or the size of the phone in any way. If I open it, you can see it looks like the phone is still bare. This, I don't know how long this will last though. It's super flimsy. The reason I didn't keep this is because I didn't like the blue hinge looking out of this case. I think this would have looked really good for a black Z Fold 7. But if you want a minimalistic case, nothing fancy, no frills, this is definitely a good option. So let's take a look at the other one from the same manufacturer. So let's take this guy off. Come here, super easy to take it out. It actually affected my front screen protector, which is not cool. So I may not put the front part of this one. Actually, I remember this guy. This guy is so bad that I didn't even try it even once. It looks so cheap, super plasticky. Seems like it'll break any second. This back piece is also super cheap. So yeah, this one I'm not even going to try. So that's it from these two. If you do want to buy something from this brand, I would definitely recommend this one. Again, I will put the link to this case in the description. Difficult to figure out what the name is from the cases, but I'll mark it up in the description. This next one is also off of Amazon. Kaisenkec, if that's how you pronounce it. Let's open this guy. It's kind of like the one we reviewed before this one. Carbon fiber, better quality in my opinion. The front piece is less fragile compared to the one we reviewed before. Comes with a sticking tape. I believe for these kind of front pieces, you would need the sticking tape because they're pretty thin. I'm gonna put this one on, might take it off pretty soon because I don't want my screen protector to get messed up. But as you can see, it's pretty minimalistic, looks pretty neat, doesn't make the front screen look narrow at all. This has MagSafe as well. We will test it out. Here, as you can see, decent protection, no hinge protection of course, but covers the front and back. Pretty minimalistic, no gap at all between the two sides of the phone, and cutouts are precise on both sides, which is awesome, helps my OCD significantly, and great to touch as well. Let's test out the MagSafe. Rock solid, can't complain. So if you want a carbon fiber case that is super thin and provides decent protection around the camera as well, feels good to hold, has MagSafe built in, I would recommend this case for sure. Next up is another case from Amazon. Says fashion case. Let's open it up. It does have a built-in screen protector, which I don't like, so I'm not gonna try this. The front part of the case is practically useless for me, but if you do like built-in screen protectors, this might be a good option because the case itself is minimalistic, so it won't make the front screen look narrow. I just don't like built-in screen protectors because of the dust that gets between the case and the screen. Let's take a look at the back part of the case. It's pretty cool. Has a kickstand here. Has a way to make holding the phone easier. So decent grip here. So let's snap this on and see if the kickstand is any useful. Okay, snaps on perfectly. And again, just like the Pitaka case, I don't like the fact that it's not symmetric, the front part of the phone with the back, because the back has a case on. There is also some gap between the two halves, which isn't really cool. But yeah, let's take a look at the kickstand. When the phone is folded, it's not that great. It's stable, but I think the angle is too steep for me. But when you unfold it, the kickstand actually becomes much more useful. If you can see the angle, it's pretty cool. I can put it up, watch videos with the kickstand open. Also, the grip is pretty solid. So if you are looking for a case that's good to touch and has a kickstand and a grip, then this is a good option. Obviously, no MagSafe capabilities with this one. One of my issues with the Pitaka case was the fact that the front and back parts of the phone were not symmetrical because it was a back-only case. But I really liked the pattern on the Pitaka case. So I found this case on ZFoldCase.com, which is just like Pitaka, but with front protection as well. So here I'm going to take it out. You can actually get this same case from Alibaba for fraction of the price, so I would recommend that if you really like this case. Here, let's put it on. Snaps on pretty easily. I don't think it needs tape, but for the front piece, maybe if you want to make sure it doesn't fall off. As you can see, it is super minimalistic, looks just like Pitaka, has MagSafe as well, which we can test right now. Boom, super solid. Front screen doesn't look narrow, which is awesome, but it just doesn't feel as nice to hold as the Pitaka though. So if you like the look of the Pitaka but want front protection as well, I would say use this case. It's definitely a great option. The next case we will be reviewing is the Galaxy Z Fold 7 clear case from Samsung. When I ordered this, I knew this won't be my case, but I ordered this because I wanted the two anti-reflective screen protectors that were included with the case. So, like I said, it was never for the case itself, just the screen protectors. This was $15, I think, with the two screen protectors included. So, it's a pretty good deal. But now that I have the case, I'll put it on and see how it looks. Good back protection, no front protection, of course, no MagSafe either. Lets you see the color of the phone as well. However, it's a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. Super bad in few minutes of usage. And because it's back only, there is asymmetry between the front and the back parts of the phone as well. However, if you do like clear cases, this is a good option. And like I said, it comes with two screen protectors, so definitely worth the price. The last case we will be reviewing before the big reveal is the Silicone case from Samsung. Let's open this up. Just like the Samsung clear case, it comes with two screen protectors, which I think is super cool. This is a back-only case. I think I know why Samsung just created cases that are back only, because the front part of any case, or most cases at least, makes the front screen look narrow, and the ones that don't, I don't think they provide a lot of protection anyway. So let's put this on. Super good to touch. This is so beautiful, and has this kickstand, which when the phone is folded, it's decent. Nothing great. And then when you unfold the phone, lets you sit your phone at a great angle for watching. Obviously, back only case, so asymmetry between the front and the back, even more prominent because the silicone case is pretty thick. So as you can see, huge difference between the front and back parts of the phone. But if grip is important, I think it offers decent grip. Silicone is a little slippery, but I think with the kickstand as well, it allows your fingers to get a good grasp, which makes unfolding easy as well. So that was one of the other things I used to think would be difficult with a back-only case, is unfolding the phone. But the grip you get with the back piece actually makes unfolding super easy. So I would recommend this case if you just want back protection, you like the touch of silicone, and you want a good kickstand as well. But yeah, there's no MagSafe either. So if that's critical for you, this case won't work. As you guys know by now, I don't like front protectors because I really like how wide the front screen is. And I don't like back only cases either because of the asymmetry between the two front and the back pieces of the phone. So my final verdict, this amazing backplate that I got from Etsy based on a recommendation on a forum on Reddit. It gives me the symmetry between the front and the back parts of the phone, gives me a little bit of grip, as well as MagSafe, which is built in to this plate. Comes very neatly packed like this. There are 3 different textures. This is the default one. There is a diamond texture and a fiber, carbon fiber as well. I do have the diamond one. I'll show that later. But this is a brand new one that I just got. I've never tried it before. It looks very promising. So I'm going to try to put it on now and we'll see how that goes. So it has this 3M tape on the back that sticks onto the phone directly. But before we do that, let's clean the back of the case of the phone rather with this wipe. I don't want to do too much with it, but let's see. I'll make sure there are no dust particles so the 3M tape sticks well. I think I've cleaned it enough. Okay, let's do it. Let's take this out. Okay. I hope this will stick well and work well. I think this should do it. There is a camera piece as well. I'm not going to put that on. I like my camera as is. I want the blue to be visible. Okay, as you can see now, when I look from the front, I see nothing. So the front and the back pieces look symmetric. It's so thin, even when I'm looking sideways, I don't really see anything on. And then obviously when I turn around, I can see this nice textured surface, helps me grip, makes unfolding easy. I think it looks pretty neat. So let's see how good the MagSafe is. Let's bring this guy on. It's decent, I think. I just need it for charging, so I think I should be fine. I'm not too sure I would trust it completely though. But for what I need, I think this is good. So this is my final verdict, and if I need it to be better, if I need it to be stronger than what this offers, I'm gonna snap on an snap ring here. I don't think I'll need it, but just in case. So I will come back and tell you how the MagSafe piece works in the long term, but I think for now this is the setup I want to keep. If this doesn't work with my MagSafe charger, then I'll let you guys know soon. But like I said, as of right now, I think this is what I'm going to sport. So awesome. Thank you for sticking with me, and hope you liked the video and all the cases that I reviewed. Hopefully this solves your problem of finding the perfect case for Z Fold 7. Do let me know if you have any comments about any of the cases that I reviewed, or if you have any other cases that you want me to review. Thank you so much. See you next time. Before I share my final setup, I wanted to show the other option for the backplate. It's called Diamond. Comes pretty neatly packaged. It's by Stevils 3D Prints. It's called Gripplate. I'll try to show the texture. It has this diamond pattern The reason I like the default one more than this is because this is prone to scratches in my opinion, whereas this is textured, not leather, but it's difficult to describe how the feel is. So I hope you guys order one and feel it, because trust me, it's beautiful. So the third option is carbon fiber. I didn't order that one because that looks like the cases that I've ordered, especially in black. But all these three patterns are available in over 10 different colors. So if you want to try them out, I'll share the link to this seller on Etsy. So for my final setup now, to sum it all up, back plate by Stevils 3D prints available on Etsy, Samsung anti-reflective screen protector, and an optional O-snap ring, which is here. I'm gonna take it out. They do offer a sticking tape if you want to put it on an Android phone directly. So if you see here, it's like a thin ring that you can put on your phone. However, because this back plate has a magnet inside, I'm not going to use the tape. Instead, I'm going to use the O-snap ring directly on my back plate. And now, if I test it, it's rock solid. I can do whatever I want. It won't fall off. So again, the backplate has a magnet. I don't trust it enough. I don't want to try using my phone with just that. But because of the magnet, because of the grip this offers, the O-snap ring just snaps on without any need to stick it. And then obviously the O-snap magnet is pretty strong. So then I can use MagSafe without worrying. And if I ever don't want to use MagSafe, I can just remove this off. So hope you guys liked my final setup. Do let me know what your final setup is and what do you think about mine. So thank you.